Hey, Levi here at Mo Party 2024. We're out here with my 67 Barracuda Slowback at the Autocross. Can't wait to see what this Barracuda will do, especially with our new Street Connection suspension.
Hey, this is Carter with HammerFab. Welcome back and we're ready to get started. Today we're going to be working on our inner fender shock tower stiffening plate for our Street Connection A-Body Mopar kit. The tools that you're going to be needing for this job are a small air hacksaw, some magnets, scissors, a die grinder, a face shield, and ear protection. We will also be MIG welding the plate in, so make sure you have your welder handy. Your Street Connection kit will come with a template to make install easy. We're going to show you step by step how to use this template to make sure you are installing everything correctly. This kit will come with two 14-gauge inner fender stiffening plates. They are laser cut and they may need to be formed a little bit to fit the vehicle. When you get your template, it will come as one piece. You'll need to cut it along the dotted line to separate the two parts. Make sure you keep both pieces of the template because we will be using both of them later. You'll take your scissors and cut precisely on the dotted line. Now that we have cut out the small piece from the big piece, we're going to set this aside and save it for later to help verify later when we place the metal piece. We're going to use this to check the alignment. Once you get your template separated, you can do this two ways. You can either lay the template on the inside of the fender or on the inside of the engine bay. We will be doing it on the inside of the fender. To make sure you have it lined up correctly, you want to make sure this top edge is along the crease and this back edge is flush with the back edge of the fender. Once you have it in a position that you want to take your magnets and start sticking it down. The main goal for this is to be able to trace this whole inner edge. And once you get to here, what we're going to need to do is push this in to form it to the shape of the fender to make sure that you can get the correct line drawn for the cut. Once you get this pushed down, we're ready to trace our line. Just know that if you're going to be doing it on the inside like us, ignore these lower references. Those are intended for if you are lining it up on the inside of the engine bay. This line is important because it will be visible in the engine bay. Now that you have your line drawn, we can remove the pattern and start cutting this out with our air hacksaw. You want to make sure that you are very precise with your air hacksaw. If you are not very good with one, you may want to cut on the lower side of the line and grind up to it. Before you start cutting, you want to make sure there's no wires or anything that you don't want to cut on the other side. We're all good. Now we're ready to cut it out with the air hacksaw. After we cut out the hole for the new panel, went ahead and test fit the piece in there and had to do some slight forming with it. As you can see, I just bent it over my knee and test fit, bend, test fit until it fit up against all the edges. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your second part to the template. You're going to tape it into the hole that you have cut. We are doing this to use this hole here as reference to line up this part in the correct position. Once you line up this piece with the hole, you want to make some witness marks on the metal piece to ensure that it is lined up properly when you weld it. What we've done now is hit the back side of the part and all the area that the part is going to be against with weld through primer, and then we have clamped the part in place and hit everything with anti-spatter spray. Now we're ready to weld. Once you get all the plug welds done and it all fitting real good, you want to make sure this area here is fitting pretty tight, and then weld up that seam. Then you just repeat all these steps on the other side.